Guys, checking the sound, check 1 2. We're gonna let this beat play out again because I know you guys need it. You need it. All right, welcome to the channel, guys. Welcome to Dano Crypto. On this channel, I'll show you guys how to make simple, effective, and easy moves in the cryptocurrency ecosystems. I hope you are feeling okay. I hope you're not feeling too bearish, because we have had Bitcoin break down. It broke down, guys. And so we are going to give you the charts. We're going to give you the TA. We're going to give you all the stuff that we can so you don't freak out if you haven't already been freaking out. All right, guys, welcome to the channel. So we are just possibly, today was just in a sea of red because of the inevitable beatdown on Bitcoin. So we had some numbers come out with the jobs report, and ultimately it kind of just pushed Bitcoin bearish. We were already kind of thinking we were going to respect these levels that Bitcoin was going to hit, and we're going to show you these ranges really quick. We'll pull up the Bitcoin chart, and what we were talking about the past couple days was that if Bitcoin were to break down of this trading range of 56.8 and 54,000, that we would indeed be seeing lower prices past 53,000 and possibly hitting this trend line. Now look at this. Look at this. This damn thing wicked almost to the trend line again. It almost hit it, and it would match up perfectly with the trajectory of Bitcoin in this cycles, because this was the last time we touched the trend line right here at 48,000, basically like right at the bottom. It wicked right here, and if you see, we drew a trend line. This is so telling, guys. Okay, this is so telling, because if you go into the daily and you look where we drew this trend line, it is right from the bottom. Right from the bottom, we wanted to draw this trend line to show you how many times, and show ourselves how many times we're going to bounce off this thing. You can see here in January is that initial breakout point that brought us up into this range. That has been this sneaky range that the price had magnetic towards right here in August, beginning of August. So crazy that this was August. This was the beginning of August. It's so crazy how Bitcoin moves in such, it's been so volatile that the fact that we were able to even just hit here and we got all the way back up to 65 from this bottom in just a month's time, and then go right back down. Just this whole month from starting from here was just trending up to hit that range and then get rejected right back down into this trend line. So my question is, and I'm sure your question is, are we going to go lower? Are we going to break that trend line right here and hit this $51,000 level, this $50,000 level that we've had marked? And so we are kind of waiting here, because a lot of the times when we have bearishness in the East, in the West, in the Western markets, in the NASDAQ, in the United States, then in the East, when the Asian markets open at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time PM, then we could see more bearish price action. So I could be wrong, though. But I was thinking that maybe with that, the way that it opened up the last time, that we opened up actually bullish, and then we ended up going to the upside. So maybe it could be the opposite this time, where we open up a little bit bearish, and with a catch wind, Bitcoin dumping, and then we get a little bit more of a dump, a little dumpage to the downside. And a lot of people are probably thinking, like, okay, this is probably the best time. Not a lot of people. I'm going to say very key people are thinking that, okay, this is where I got a DCA. I got a DCA. This is the time. So this is the time where you don't want to be fearful. You want to actually be buying right now, because this is the pinnacle key time to be scooping up lows on all your favorite projects, on Bitcoin, on all this stuff, because you buy the fear, you buy the red, and you sell the greed, and you sell into bullishness. You don't sell when it's bearish. You buy when it's bearish. That's what's so interesting about these markets, is you start to do this reverse psychology on yourself. But let's look at the short-term time frames, okay? So we're going to look at the short-term time frames here really quick, and we're going to see if we're going to get that momentum to the downside or to the upside. It's just right now, guys, I'm telling you, I really just don't know. I don't know. I mean, I figured it was going to go to the downside. I will tell you that. I did call that. If you guys had watched the channel earlier today, I said, look, pretty telling that we could get a bearish move to the downside. And so if you were keen on that and you were able to put in a trade, and you were kind of thinking, all right, I might go a little short-term bearish as well, then you made some money. And so on the 1 hour here, though, we did get a green dot printed on market cipher. We have the RSI, the SMI kind of went a little oversold on the 1 hour. And so if we're looking at the 4 hour here, the 4 hour, no green dot yet. So we have no printed green dot yet on the 4 hour. But if we get a green dot printed on the 4 hour with some bullish moves to the upside, and we start to trade back in this range, we start to get back in the 20 SMA. We got the 20 SMA here. We got a couple moving averages that we want to make sure we could actually trade up bullish on. And if we start to slide up into this band, back into the $54,000, 54.1 area, then we could show some strength and start to make a recovery from these lows. Now, I'm curious what you guys think. What do you think? Put a 1 in the chat if you think we're actually going to bounce from this level. Say if we bounce from this level, and are we going to trade back up into our ranges here, back up into this 62,000, because this would be the bounce point to get us back into these $60,000 ranges. And so this is what we need to be looking for. We need to look for that trend back up in here. Once we start to get that trend back up, that's when we're going to see where Bitcoin is going. We have to move these averages. We have to crush these levels. We know we broke down, like we said, from this 56.8 and the 54. The 54, this was a key range of support and resistance that we were thinking it looks like it's going to hit there, and it did. So we traded on that. We did take advantage of it a little bit. We didn't, do anything super crazy, but I mean, we at least took advantage of the movements. We made profits. We scalped a little bit. We'll show you the scalp. Real quick. We scalped it on a short. Entry price 53.9 down to 52.7. But what makes me a little upset is that we did not catch the long from 52. So this is what we were actually trying to do, but we weren't looking at our phone. We weren't looking at the charts. We had our stop losses set. We took some profits. We didn't have a take profit set because we were actually looking at the chart while we hit the level. We were like, all right, let's take some profit. And so with that, this would have been the perfect opportunity to reverse that trade right at the lowest of the lows and catch it going back up. We didn't make it, guys. We almost made it in, but I think this could give us an opportunity possibly. I think if we are going to flip now, bullish, then hopefully we're not too late and we're not getting in on a terrible level here. But maybe we'll look at the point of control. Let's look at the point of control here on the charts. If we're looking at the point of control on the 4 hour, then the point of control is actually at 59,000. So very interesting. If you put on the daily here, the daily has some pretty high nodes, obviously, at these prices, up at 64. We got 61. So 61 and 64 are obviously these key levels that we want to start trading back up into with strength. And we were looking, obviously, for this level to get hit was that 51.2. We were thinking 51,000, and I still feel like it might be on the table, guys. I don't want to take this off the table because of the fact of this wick right here. But if we do recover, we have strength. We don't have that much volume right now. That's the only thing that worries me, is that we don't have that much volume. If you're looking at this daily chart right now, we did make a higher low on the daily. If this is where we are stopping, if this is where the wick is stopping, I just don't like how this is looking right now. I really don't like how this is looking. Because a lot of the times what can happen is if we get those wicks like this and we get almost what was forming basically like a hammer candle, is that if we break down again and start to slip, then we are hitting 51. I mean, it's an obvious hit of the trend line. And because of the fact that we hit it right here, it makes me think it is an easy target for price to get magnet towards this area. So I'm curious. What do you guys think? What do you think? I want to know your thoughts. I really want to know your thoughts right now, because we're this is the time right now, guys. This is the pinnacle time. This is make or break. This is make or break it time right here. A lot of people are just getting really bearish, though, like super, super bearish. But at this time, though, you really do have to get bullish, and you have to start. You can't be like this, crypto market dipping. You're just like, oh, you're like, I'm okay.
First time in a long time.
Yeah, we'll be okay. We'll be okay. Man, I remember those really, really dramatic moments with Vegeta in my childhood in Toonami. So much drama. So much drama. Kakarot! Kakarot! All right, so Michael Saylor's catching the Bitcoin wave. I thought this was shots fired. Peter Schiff, look at what Peter Schiff said. Peter Schiff, make sure he spell. Where is he at? There he is. Look at these shots fired. Look at these shots fired. Where is it at? Where is it at? Attention, Sailor. Bitcoin needs another bailout. It's time for MicroStrategy to take one for the team and borrow another $1 billion to buy more. I was like, dang, that's some shots fired right there, Peter Schiff. And I said, hey, our government won't do it, so might as well have Sailor do it. Or why not you? Talking all that shit, Peter Schiff. Why don't you just buy some right now? Buy the dip. Buy the dip. You could help us all, Peter Schiff. Transfer. Can you swap your gold in DeFi? Can you do some DeFi gold swapping into Bitcoin? This is funny. So I was actually thinking I want to do the same thing. Go on the streets and ask people about Bitcoin and what they think the price of Bitcoin is. I think it'd be great content. It's immediate. It's just like immediate comedy when people they're like, what? They'll say, what is Bitcoin? And then you think, holy moly. I don't know. I don't know if a response like that is good or bad. But it is what it is. But let's watch this real quick.
£10. What is the price of Bitcoin? You know Bitcoin, the cryptocurrency?
0.47.
What? Ladies, quick question for £10. What is the price of Bitcoin right now?
No idea.
What is the price of Bitcoin?
What is the price of Bitcoin? What is it? What the price is for
See,
one
he just
Bitcoin?
said, what is
Zero?
it? This guy, he's like, what is it? What is it? What is it? It's only been around for 15 years, but what is it? I don't know.
For £10, what is the price of Bitcoin right now?
Maybe.
No. You have to tell me what the price.
He's like, maybe banana? Pineapple? What, the pineapple? You know what's so wild is that one Bitcoin used to be worth a banana. 1 Bitcoin used to be worth a banana. 1 Bitcoin used to be worth a freaking banana, guys.
Prices of Bitcoin. You know Bitcoin? You don't know. For £10, what is the price of Bitcoin right now?
I have no idea.
You want to get?
Now, come on. This guy should know. Come on. This guy should know.
I don't know, 2,000, 200.
What if I said 60,000? Yeah. It's time to get into crypto.
Wait a second. 60,000. When was this video made? When was this video made? It's so funny when you start to go, you're like, hold on just a second. Oh no. Gosh. It was only made it was only made 2 days ago, probably. Terrible. Terrible. Just terrible. Just terrible. All right, guys. You think we should go long? Are we going long or are we going short? What are we doing? Are we long? Are we short? What are we buying? Did you buy the dip? Well, let's go through the tweets. Let's go through our tweets here. Make you feel a little better. All right, we went through that one. All right, this is what's happening currently right now.
Damn it!
Damn it! All right, so I want to keep you bullish though. Check it out. MasterCard is launching a crypto debit card in Europe. Even though euro right now in Europe is basically in shambles, it's still super bullish. It's still super bullish. Now, this is a telling for me that the banks are going to eventually pivot and become crypto custodians. Just like BlackRock and VanEck and BitY, just all of these different companies, institutions, money managers are custodian Bitcoin, offering these ETF products. And I think what's eventually going to happen is we're going to have a revolution and a possible merging of the on-ramp and on-rails and the back end of crypto, which is the blockchains, the blockchains themselves, that they could be implementing this for banks. Now, I don't know if you guys agree with me or how you feel about this, but I think it's a really good way that the banks can actually survive. They can make money off of crypto. They can charge a fee, just like Coinbase charges a fee every time you freaking do a damn transaction. And Coinbase, by the way, is like outrageous with the fees. I mean, the fees are outrageous. I mean, just to on-ramp from your credit card, from your debit card to your wallet to buy something, they take like $3-4, like $4 right off the top. Say you want to buy $50 of ETH, guess what? You're only getting 46. They're taking a cut. So this is the thing. Like, banks can do or should be able to do the same thing, but they're not allowed. So the moment that they're actually allowed to do it, then it's game over. It's like, I don't see why the banks themselves wouldn't just rally to just be crypto custodians. It's just like, if you can't beat them, join them. Either you have everyone start to get veiled or lift the veil off their eyes and start going directly into crypto and like exiting the banks, and the banks are effed. They are effed at that point. So why not keep your customers? Why not keep your customers at the bank and custodian the crypto for them? Especially the lazy people who don't want to have their own wallets or have their own keys or private keys. Guess what? I guarantee you those banks would take those fees, take those fees and keys. And that's adoption, my friends. That's adoption. Okay, speaking of adoption, Trump to adopt Elon Musk's proposal for Government Efficiency Commission, which is basically an acronym for Doge. Department of Government Efficiency. Do you see the cryptic messaging and cryptographic message that's happening with Elon going into this election, all the things that he's mentioned about Doge, X payments coming around the corner. We got all these rate cuts that are going to eventually lead into a bullish run of the stock market and the crypto markets. But right now is the time where they are trying to make you quit. If any time is the time they want to make you quit and make you think it's over, is right now. Right now. This is the time where they would love for you to quit. Give up. All right, so this is wild, guys. Okay, so this is wild. I don't know if you have ever thought about this, or if you think that have you ever thought about this conspiracy, or that you've done any type of, analysis in your brain of what you think they could pull this time for the election. What do you think their asses are going to pull this time for this election to gaslight, to distract you from the fact that they are siphoning money out of you like there's no tomorrow, by way of inflation, by way of taxation, by way of getting you to think that this isn't happening. That's how they skew the numbers. They cook the books. These numbers, these job numbers are BS. I think the jobs data is BS. I think the CPI data is BS. I think it's fabricated. I think it's fake. I think it's false. I think it's just as fake and false as all of these new meme coins coming up that have all this community support out of nowhere. All of a sudden, the community just pushed it to $500 million market cap in a week. Give me a freaking break. So fake. I'm sorry, but you guys need to wake up and smell the coffee, because guess what? There's fake stuff out there. There's fake stuff. There's fake volume. Fake market cap. Crypto Mason, actually, I love that he came out and finally said it. He was like, look at this. It is so fake. It is so fake. You can easily manipulate a coin into making people think that there's some thriving community behind it, when really it's just a cabal of early investors that try and get you to think that there's some action going on. Just so you know. Just so you know. That's kind of the reality. But it's your job, because it's not their fault. It's not their fault. It's your fault for not doing the due diligence and looking and doing the research and looking at the actual coins that are worth investing in, that have probably actually real movements going on the chart. And the chart will just speak for itself. The holder count, the volume, and the liquidity. Easy. If there's no liquidity, it's not locked, then the market cap doesn't mean crap. Market cap doesn't mean crap at that point. Now, I'm curious, are you guys on Team Bitcoin? Are you on Team Crypto? All right, Willie Grill said, what do you think about Solana right now? So Solana is in an interesting predicament, because Solana, in its essence, yes, it's a beta chain. They're claiming it to be beta, and so it discounts them from whatever ends up happening. They're like, well, it's in beta, so I mean, of course, it's going to shut down. But I think the Solana's downfall could be the spamming of the network, but its success will be if it successfully completes its roadmap of being basically the NASDAQ on chain. So Solana's goal is basically to have like trading like NASDAQ almost on chain, of being able to have the throughput, being able to have the liquidity, being able to, just have what is the NASDAQ almost represented on chain. By the protocols, by Jupiter, by Ondo, by all of this stuff. So it is still bullish. Like, I think Solana is still probably going to go to $800 to $1,000 in the peak of the bull run, because people are going to still use it. I think in terms of applications and all of that stuff, I think Solana definitely still has a chance, and still just like standing the test of time in the next 5 years, 10 years. And I'm curious to see what else would be like along for the ride in that top 10, top 15, top 20 in the next 10 years. You have to think about what is still going to be in the top 10 in the next 10 years. And so, like Xen says Sol cheap, easy. Sol is cheap. So that's honestly the normies, when the retail comes in and they start trading in and Bitcoin is at 100K, they're probably not going to buy $50 or $100 of Bitcoin. They're going to go, oh damn, Solana's still cheap. Solana's under $1,000. Solana's only. So you might think that at 100K, people are gonna literally retail's gonna come in and they go, damn, Solana's pretty cheap compared to Bitcoin or compared to Solana. Or compared to Ethereum, because that's what they're going to be looking at. They're going to be looking at Bitcoin. They're going to look at the top 5 and they're going to go, what can I get more of? Well, I got $100. I got $200. So they're probably going to they're going to scoop up some Solana. And then once they start to learn about DeFi, they might even take one of those Solana that they bought, send it into a Phantom wallet and swap it into some tokens. And guess what those tokens are going to be once you see they start doing the read. They go, oh, what's the shiniest thing that has the most trading volume that's going to be put at the top? Well, it's probably going to be Ponky. So that's kind of how I'm trading. I'm trading on what retail is going to basically think, what should I get in that's the cheapest I get more of? And so I firmly believe that I think Pepe is actually going to be one of those things. See, the retail masses knows about Dogecoin and they know about SHIB. But if you ask someone about Pepe, they're not yet there. But wait until Pepe as a crypto, because look, top 25. And also, in terms of trading volume in the past 24 hours, it's the top 10. It's the freaking top 10, guys. So this is so interesting to me, and I've been pointing this out a lot, as much as possible, is that Pepe is the freaking top 10 traded coin of the entire market. And the crypto cabal is trying to convince you that you need to find the next 1000X. I got the next 1000X. Oh, I got the next this. I got the next that. Oh my God. I'm so tired of hearing that. You know what you could do is probably just buy Pepe and ignore everyone. Literally just buy Pepe and ignore everyone and call it a day. I'm sorry. I'm not yelling at you guys, but I'm just probably actually yelling at myself because it's so damn true that that's what you could have done last year. You have done this for the entire year. Just buy Pepe and nothing else and could have called it a freaking day. That's it. So simple. But we're too dumb and distracted by shiny crypto cabal coins that come in. It's the next 1000X. It's the next this. It's the next blah, blah, blah. It's like, get the hell out of here. I don't know, man. I just feel like the whales are speaking for themselves. The whales in the market, in the crypto market, they're speaking for themselves. And I honestly think the reason why Pepe has been getting more holder count and actually has been getting more liquidity put into it is because Coinbase is going to list it. A 20X is amazing, but people will disagree with that. It's shaking my head. Yes, a 20, why would you want to keep speculating into a bunch of garbage coins with $100, $200 here, $300 there, and then you just see them go to zero? But all you had to do was just DCA into Pepe, DCA into Bitcoin, and literally call it a day. Pepe is the representation of the entire meme market success. Do you understand this? And also Dogecoin. Dogecoin and Pepe succeed. All meme coins succeed as a narrative. Why do you think it's traded at the top 25? It's literally 25 out of the entire market in terms of market cap. I'm trying to teach you guys. I'm also trying to teach myself that you don't have to be the smartest person in the room. You don't have to be the smartest person in the room. You just need to be the funniest, have the best sense of humor, and know when things are very ironic. That's it. It could be that easy. And some people to make it so complicated, try and pull up all these damn charts, all this stuff to make it so convoluted, and all you got to do is just watch the halvings. Look, presidential election lined up with the halving right there, and it's showing you, here's the part where you buy, here's the part where you sell. It's right there, and we make it so complicated. We want to complicate things so much, and it's just as easy as DCAing and holding. I'll be the one to tell you. Other influencers will tell you, or they're just going to keep hyping up all this, I got the next part. It's like, oh my God, stop it. Just stop with the, I got the next this, that. I got the next this. It's so annoying. I don't know if it annoys you, but it annoys the crap out of me. And I'm in crypto as an influencer, a crypto influencer. It's ridiculous. It's because crypto Twitter is ADD, ADHD. I could say a couple other things, but I might get canceled. But it's just ridiculous, man. I'm telling you, I got distracted myself. I got distracted by CT. I got distracted. CT will do that to you. It'll do it to you. It'll fudge you. It'll just try and convince you to get into all this garbage because they play on that psychology of the casino gambler, and they go, oh, we got him. Welcome to the community, bro. You just became a community member. Good luck. Wow, your community. What a great community. You know what? I don't need a community. I like there's really a Pepe community. It's just Pepe is a freaking meme that started it all. So there doesn't need to be a community behind it. It's just what it is. That's what's hilarious. I might be going off the rails here, but guys, I know it bothers you because you think like, okay, it's good that there's competition. It's good that there's all these coins. Obviously, people are going to release this, release that. There's going to be thousands of coins. But at a point, you got to ask yourself, where's the garbage and where's the good stuff? And where's the actual thing that people that can stand the test of time? It doesn't need all this, the community. It's annoying. It really is annoying. Getting kind of tired of it, to be honest. All right, so this is why we're sticking with the coins that we have chosen. We're sticking with them. We have conviction. You know what they are. I've told you. Ethereum coins. We got Pepe, Pay, Can Do Inu. Simple. Very simple. Ticker Bitcoin. On Solana, you got Ponky. You got Orc. You got Waffles. Easy. Easy peasy. And then you just hold them. You just hold them. All right, so guys, we're trying to figure out how we want to go into this market again because we're what do you think about Brett and Landwell? So we were beating a dead horse with Brett. Brett, I am still very bullish on. I have a bag of Brett. I'm holding it into the bull market, obviously. We've sold some. We've held some. We've speculated. We've made profits on it. So at this point, I think it would just be safe to say that Brett is the official mascot for the base chain. So Brett is the official mascot for the base chain. And so if you've been following Brett, you know that below this level is mass accumulation, okay? But we're wrong. we thought that we were actually going to start trading up on this parabola on this trend line because we had this nice curve happen here. And we thought we were going to have a really nice curvature going right back up into this trend line to go and scoop up that 30 cents of an all-time high because we were able to hit this 20 cents pretty fast. But the market showed us something different, and we ended up kind of going sideways. This is what sideways looks like, but sideways kind of in a downtrend. And so sideways in a downtrend, you got a kind of what you would say is a descending wedge here. Got kind of a descending wedge here. So in a descending wedge, a lot of the times they tend to break out. So once we get a breakout point, I think with the overall market, and we get a breakout with Ethereum, then we will see Brett recover back up into the top of the wedge, which would be about 15 cents. Got to break that 11 cents right there. Got some resistance here at 14 cents, but basically right here is great support. So once we hit this 11 cents, then the next target for Brett would be that 18 cent, 20 cent range where we started to get real juicy up in May and June. What was interesting is that a lot of the altcoins during this time in April, May, June. So, oh my God, so interesting because March, April, basically we found out about Brett at around 4 cents, I think it was, about 4 cents. And we didn't go heavy into it because honestly, there was like 3-4 other Bretts. This is the thing that is sometimes kind of difficult in the crypto markets is that you'll have a token launch and then there's like 7 other tokens that are named the exact same thing. And some of them might actually do kind of well, and it might be on a different chain. There might be like a Brett on Ethereum or a Brett on base, and then there's going to be some FUD battle where it's like, oh, this is the real one, or which one's the real one? What's the real Brett? And then you got to like kind of let the market settle a little bit. You got to let the dust settle, and then you kind of see which one is going to get the most volume, it's basically picking the winner. It's like you pick the winner, you pick the one that's getting the traction, and it's almost kind of like the people that talk about Pepe coin that came out in 2016 and 17, and Pepe, which is the one that is the ERC20 token, Pepe, that we're talking about, of the one that is the top 25 right here. This one isn't the original Pepe coin, but it's the one that is the clear winner of volume and trading volume, and what the market is telling you is the clear winner. So this is how you can trade these markets. And it just popped in my head. I was just thinking about it, and I just saw these coins like, for instance, like Optimism, okay? So you're thinking, okay, I don't know shit about Optimism. Well, I'm going to tell you. So Optimism is a layer 2 for Ethereum that is used as a stack of a blockchain and their applications and their API and stuff like that. Coinbase uses Optimism along with Base. Base, as a layer 2 that is Coinbase, doesn't have its own token. So if you are betting on the success, not the demise, the success of Ethereum and Coinbase, then Optimism is a good pick. And then Brett is the pick because it's the best trading token on the chain right now. So this is how you have to think about it. This is how you have to trade these markets. This is how you have to think about this stuff. Army Piper in the chat. Holy crap. What is happening? Oh my God, we haven't seen Army Piper in a hot minute. What is going on? All right, so that wasn't even close to the bottom yet, bro. 35K. We have this 2 and 10-year bonds uninverting. We have pending rate cuts and job number revision after job numbers revision. These first two things always lead dumps of risk market since 1929. Okay, so what's interesting, yeah, the Army Piper that you mentioned, that this is why we think we do have some more moves to the downside, because if you see here, The majority of the decline in these bear markets occurred after the Fed's pivot, and the Fed is pivoting right now. But this is when we were in recession points. So we were in a recession in some of these areas, and so is the Fed trying to make it seem like we're not in a recession, or are we actually indeed going into a time period of recession? So I'm curious to see, and I've thought this myself. I'm like, okay, what would be the thing that the market makers and the big liquidity and the whales would love to happen? Is that the Fed is expected to cut these rates this month on the 17th, the next FOMC, the next meeting. When's the next meeting? So when is the next meeting exactly? I think it is on the 17th. I believe it's on the 17th. If we see right here, we have core inflation rates on the 11th, inflation rate, and then on PPI on the 12th, and then let's see. I think is this where we're gonna? Yeah, you guys got to help me out. Army Piper, since you're here and you're more knowledgeable on this than I am, when exactly are we supposed to get these cuts? Is this the 17th, right? And so it's the 19th. Okay. And then, okay, so Army Piper said, look at bond yields. They are dropping like a rock. That indicates people are buying the shit out of them. They are moving risk off. Interesting. Yeah, so what could make this break down like that is exactly what Army Piper is saying. And so what we are thinking in our thesis is that, okay, we have the rates being cut. That means that money is easier to borrow from the banks. The funding rate is it's lower. It means that banks are now being able to like borrow money at a cheaper rate. And so what that's going to do is create bearishness in the market where people like Warren Buffett are going heavy into cash. The stable coin, this is also telling too, is that the stable coin market is at its highest it's almost ever been in terms of people in the crypto markets holding stables ready for the dip. And so it's really interesting. So yeah, we could actually, like we're predicting, we hit that level. We end up hitting that level right here. This wick could be the tell. And all it takes is if this right here is such a key level to hold. This level right here, it's like, if you see how I have it pinched here, this is the last time we hit that max pain right here from the highs. This was our max pain. Could this be the next little max pain to hit the trend line, bounce off that trend line? Because I can't tell you guys how perfect that is. I can't begin to explain how perfect Bitcoin hitting this was. This is the trend line. It's the same trend line. If you were watching a couple moon shows ago, that whenever I was talking with Da Vinci, we had Da Vinci on the moon show, and I gave the moonwalkers the TA, and then right after the fact, Da Vinci pulled up his chart, and he was like, "Damn, I got that same trend line drawn." So this is what you need to do on your chart as well, so you can watch these things, you can catch, so you could understand where this market is going, where we've been, and where we're going, because this is basically where we were from the breakout point of the Bitcoin ETF started trading in January. We had a little dump into that announcement, and then they were like, "Oh, it wasn't as good as we thought it was going to be." But then actually it was. Broke records once it started to actually come in. Market faked you out, made you think, "Oh, bearish, ETF ain't going to do nothing to Bitcoin." And then bada bing, bada freaking boom, the thing just went crazy from the trend line. This is what I want you guys to understand, is that look at this bounce from this $38,000 way up here. This was a move from this trend line all the way to the top, a 90% move on Bitcoin, literally from January to March. Now look at this. We're right back in those ranges of where we started to where we bounced in the midpoint, the halfway point. 41%. So now let's go from the last little top of where we tried to touch 70K, and we'll see what the retracement is from the bottom. Or sorry, from the top. That's only 25%. To this trend, it's only 30%. Guess what? Traditionally, during the most volatile times where the market wants to really shake you out and punish the crap out of you, oh, we get that 40%, baby. We get that 40%. And look where it is, $44,000. Now, what did Army Piper just say? What did Army Piper just say? He said, we're freaking going down. We're going down to 35K, baby. And you know what? I'd still be so bullish. I would be selling my pants. I'd sell every freaking thing I have to buy more Bitcoin. It would just be insane. All right, so guys, the Asian markets indeed are open now. I think we got a pre-market open. So let's see if that is going to crash the price, because honestly, I think that the Asian markets are going to have that bearish sentiment. They're like, "Oh crap. We got to do something." All right, so Willie Grill said, I'm currently in a Solana short. Could you take a look at the chart and say what you think? Of course. Yeah, of course. This is why we're here. This is why we're here. This is why we are here. All right, so Solana sitting at 124, broken off of that initial, basically kind of looked like a head and shoulders here, little head and shoulders, but moved to the downside, broken off of this, probably what was the moving average of Solana. Moving average of Solana, let's look at it here. We want to look at the moving average, but we want to, let's see. We'll take the volume out. Right, I didn't pay for my trading view, so my indicators I can't pull up as many indicators. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate you guys for coming in to the live stream. And we've actually been, if you watched the stream at 11:30, we were bullish. I mean, we were so bullish. We were trying to be so bullish. So then no matter what, even if these price is short-term bearish, we want to be bullish in energy. Like we were even told you, hey, we're probably going to go short, but it doesn't mean we're like 100% a bear. Like, you don't become a bear. You just put on the coat. And then you take that shit off. You take it off. You take it off when it's ready to be a bull. You put the horns on, and you get it going. All right, so what is happening right now? What is happening? What just happened? All right, we got to put the volume back on. All right, maybe we'll just take the Cypher B off of here. We'll take the Cypher B, and I want to get the moving average. I want to get the, or actually, let me do the Bollinger Bands first. We'll look at pull up Solana with me right now, and pull up the daily. Pull up the daily and look at the Bollinger Bands. Okay, now the Bollinger Bands. Once you start to trade above the 20 SMA, but then you get rejected off of the 618, you see this 618 ETA? The 618 ETA, if you don't crush that 618 and you get boom, you get faced like this, then it's a move to the downside. And then caveat that with crossing the 20 SMA on the Bollinger Band. Traditionally, when you get a rejection off the 618 and you get a move past the 20 SMA to the downside, it means you're going to start sliding into the bottom band. And so the bottom band will end up retracing down to the lower levels of the 0.236, and then you can start to think, okay, let me see how I could recuperate that from the lows to the highs. And you can think, all right, where are we going from here? Where are we going from here? So if Bitcoin starts to really actually break down, you got to remember, when Bitcoin goes down, the market goes down. Everything goes down. It's across the board. We see it, obviously, because Bitcoin is going down and is a little bearish right now. It is bringing the entire market down. So I would look for a point of probably a point of control. I think would probably be at. Well, probably I would say right now, without even doing the VBPR volume area profile, is that Solana's probably sitting at a volume area node of a average of 152. Probably a 152, 154 average price of Solana, because it's the middle point, middle range of where we've been kind of trading, busted up into this 200 range, couldn't hold it, and then now we've been just trading sideways, up and down on 153. So you want to watch 153 as your next level of Solana to pump into from a liquidity low, which could be right here at sorry to say it, but it's going to be at $100. $100 or even at the bot. And you got to, the way that you could do this is look at the Bollinger Band, and you see how it swooped right here. You see how it pinched. It got pinched and then it went up. Okay. Now what's going to happen is going to start opening up this channel. It's going to slide down, probably hit $98 and make everyone feel like the market's dead and toast and Solana's dead. But then what's going to happen is it's going to bounce off of that support really strong, I believe. I mean, just looking at this chart right now, I can see it. Especially if we continue with a move of oversold into this, or a little bit oversold into this price right here. The only thing is that we have these wicks right here. We got one. I'll mark them. I'll circle them. We got 1, 2, 3 wicks right here that are showing us some prices that Solana could go to in the short term when Bitcoin inevitably kind of breaks down here, because we're seeing it. We're probably seeing this inevitable breakdown. We're probably now going to go short again. We might end up going short, and we'll protect the crap out of it. We'll protect the crap out of it. But shout out to you guys for being in the live stream tonight. You guys are awesome. It's 9:25 Eastern Standard Time here on the East Coast. We got 21 people in the YouTube. How many people do we got watching across all platforms? Yes, we got 10 people on X. Shout out to the people on X. Make yourselves known. If you are in this stream right now and you're grifting, that's okay. That's okay. But ungrift yourself and say hello so I know you're a real person and you're not a bot. Oh, Sweden. You're in Sweden? Holy, we got people watching literally from all over the world. This is why I love crypto. This is why I love crypto. This is why I love live streaming. I love that there's people watching from Sweden. There's people watching in Australia. We got people in the UK. Got people in America. We have people watching from Pakistan. I mean, it's insane. I just love this. This means if I end up becoming famous, I don't know how that's going to happen, but if I end up becoming famous, I can go all around the world and I'll have friends everywhere. That's the goal, right? That's the goal, is that you can go everywhere and you have friends everywhere. You don't want to be making enemies. You want to be making friends. So then when you arrive in Pakistan, they go, hey, it's Dano Crypto. Oh, Army Piper, you did not have to send a super chat, but I really do appreciate it. But we're going to read Army Piper's super chat. Pull a FRVP POC from October 2023 low, 0.2 current. Yeah. Interesting, yeah. Do I have Instagram or is it mostly X? I do have an Instagram. I mean, if you wanted to stalk my Instagram or something like that, you could if you wanted to. It's at Daniel Curtis Hughes. And I don't post that much. Sometimes I stream. I've been trying to stream onto Instagram so I can orange pill my friends list. And I do that to Facebook as well, so I can orange pill all of my people. that know who I am and have been, you know, curious about what I've been doing. And a lot of the times they're like, you're talking about streaming about crypto. They look at me like I'm crazy. They don't really understand what I'm doing. They don't get it, but they will soon enough. That's the thing. They will soon enough. Look, oh, you know, Daniel with his crypto. Telling you guys, we're in such a bubble. We're in such a crypto bubble. You don't even realize it until you go out in the streets. You start talking about it and you run your mouth and you're like, oh. I'm in a bubble, man. All right, so Army Piper saying 43K is the point of control for fixed range volume profile for the past year. All right, so let's pull that up. Let me see. We got and what's so interesting here is that we do have this basically this kind of almost like broadening wedge here. I wouldn't call it. I don't know if you'd call it a flag. Oh yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, so when you go, you're talking about these nodes. You're talking about these lower nodes right here. This is a visible range. It's not fixed range, so yeah. This is yeah. Let's do it, man. Let's do it. Oh, you want to come on Monday? I know. I just need to bring you on the show, Army Piper. Okay, guys, put a 1 in the chat if you want Army Piper in the show. Army Piper is OG. So put a 1 in the chat if you want Army Piper to come on the live stream. That would be amazing. We stream 11:30 Eastern Standard Time. So if you can make it to that'd be super cool. We could do Monday, we could do Tuesday, whatever day you'd like. That would be amazing. We're getting ones in the chat. So awesome. Cool. Yeah, we definitely have to do it. Yeah, just let me know. Message me on X. I know we're following each other. I know we've messaged each other before. Probably was like sometime last year. Craziness. So like time just flies, guys. But yeah, I'm pretty sure we'll be good. We'll be good to go Monday if you're good for that, Army Piper. Just send me a message and we'll get it squared away. If you can't make the 11:30, then we can do it at 8 o'clock. Yeah, I know. Somehow I was able to attract some of the most OG crypto watchers. Yeah. Yeah. He's a she's a he. God, I feel like I don't know if you guys have been seeing Mrs. Doubtfire. Like, I don't know if Mrs. Doubtfire can Mrs. Doubtfire be released? Like, what if Mrs. Doubtfire came out this year, exactly how it was filmed and how it was in the 90s? I don't think it can. You watch Mrs. Doubtfire now, and you're like, oh my God, how did I not, like, I didn't get any of those jokes, but you still laughed. You thought it was funny, but then you're like, oh man, this movie is savage. Yeah, and then Dreams Tank TV, thank you for the reminder. Oh, at Dreams Tank TV, since you're here, you're going to love this. I don't know if you've been watching the stream lately, but we've been really talking about Doge and making sure people understand that Dogecoin is the metric. I know, yeah. Wise Choice Money said, oh, no, that would never work in this day and age. People are too soft. Yeah, it would be so controversial. They'd be like, Mrs. Doubtfire has just crossed the line. They have just crossed the line. How dare they? No. All right, so check this out. Check this out, Dreams Tank. Isn't it interesting that during the last bull run, Dogecoin was one of the most searched terms? I know, yeah. All right, rest in peace, Robin Williams. I know we all grew up watching him, laughing, just trying to like impersonate his antics. I mean, the dude was a genius. I mean, the dude was an absolute genius. So, yeah, R.I.P. Robin Williams. Shout out to Robin Williams. All right, Army Piper, we'll see you later. Thank you for stopping in, man. That was an awesome surprise. We always love when like the OGs come into the channel. Makes us feel super bullish and makes us feel supported. So I really do appreciate it. For real. But yeah, hit me up on X and we will get our show squared away. Excuse me, guys. All right, so yeah, this is so interesting. If you look at this, look at the bull run in 2021 and look at where Bitcoin was, literally all the way up into the hundreds of this metric. Look at this. This was after the bull run. All right, I'll hit you up for sure. All right, so Will Grill is saying, do you think that the bull market could end late 2024 or early 2025? I remember that in 2021, people were talking about the super cycles and all this stuff. Yeah, I know about the super cycle. Yeah, basically last cycle we had a double top. We hit 60K, we hit 69K, 68K, or was it 65? We got to look. Where was the previous bull market resistance? Previous bull market resistance was like was it 65? Let's look at the Bitstamp chart. Let's go to get our graph here. Okay, bull market top, double top from the previous bull market was at 60. So we hit this $64,000. We hit $64,000 and then we broke down to a low of $28,000. And then guess what happened after that? At $28,000, we bounced back up and fooled everyone to 68K. To 68K. What a fake out that was. I mean, come on. I mean, look at this. I mean, imagine everyone at this point thinking, yep, it's done. Dead. Toast. We're all screwed. Everyone's wrecked. Bye. And then you got out. If you didn't even sell here, you probably sold here. And then guess what? Well, bam, move right back up to the upside. And then we went into the bear market. So this is what people are thinking is what happened here, is that, we're not going to be able to do it, man. We're just not going to be able to do it, man. It's just not going to happen, man. But if you look at this chart right here, this daily chart, do you see something? I see something. Do you know what I see? A freaking giant cup and handle. And I'll let Pepe show it to you, because we got the myth, the man, the legend himself, the Pepe Frog, but this one is actually the MAGA, is the MAGA Pepe. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but this is my most precious drawing. Is the MAGA Pepe. And so we like to do steam TA off of this cup and handle, because if you do have a cup and handle pattern forming on the weekly, you have bullish steam. So the steam is going to trail into 150K by the end of the year. Now you see where this frog head is? See, you don't have to be like some expert TA person. You don't have to be some expert TA person. You just look at where the look where the frog look at where the frog is. It's right at 155,000. There's your metric, guys. What else to tell you? Just watch the steam. Just watch the steam. Mr. M knows about Mr. M. Shout out to Mr. M. He said this is the best TA in the world is the steam from the cup and handle. And shout out to Crypto Lifer. Shout out to Crypto Lifer, Sam Price, Sammy Cup and Handy. That's right. I love that term. The Sammy Cup and Handy could be playing in the cards here over the next 5 months here. So the breakout point of this, if you're looking at this particular chart, the breakout is the depth of the cup. Basically the depth of the cup from the bottom of the handle. Whenever we get the bottom of the handle, and all you have to do is look where the trend line is. It's like once this bounces off this trend line, and I know Army Piper was like, look, guys, we are going down. And I mean, I'm saying it too. We could be going down. But my guess, it's not 100% what Army Piper said. He thinks it's going to 43. He even thinks it might even go to 35, which would scare the crap out of everyone. I mean, God. I mean, just imagine the carnage, the max pain, the tears, the sheer amount of tears, Michael Jordan style crying, like in the markets. That's what would start to happen if we hit these levels. And so I want you to know that it's not over, because you got to look at these metrics. I just want to remind you guys, I have to, because look, exchange is expected to run out of Bitcoin in 9 months after the halving. We are only 4 months after the halving from April 22nd of this year. May, June, July, August. I don't know what the hell else to tell you guys. What the hell else do I need to tell you besides look at this, look at the halvings, look at how much it increases a year after the halving. That's it. That's it. Easy. Price fractal. Price fractal actually could go to $150,000. Now look, from 200% increase, guess what? The prices that we're at now, if you were to go to the weekly and get it from the bottom here, we're going to pull it up, and guess what? That is a 200% move to the upside. Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? $150,000 is that move to the upside. This is it can't get any more simpler than that. It can't get any more simple than that. But you want to get distracted by crypto Twitter and what's the next 1000x? What's the next 1000x, bro? What's the next 1000x? Hey, guess what? Maybe the next 1000x is freaking Bitcoin if you just hold it, you idiot. Sorry, but I'm just I'm not calling you guys idiots. I'm talking to myself, by the way. I'm really, when I'm getting this intense, I'm talking to myself, because guess what? Bitcoin is going to be at $500,000, $1 million per coin, and that from here that's 1,000% move to the upside. You're going to tell me you're going to fade the biggest, best asset in the world in terms of a hedge against the system? I'm telling you guys, it's going to be the money. It's going to be the money. All right, we got to get into a short. We should have already been in the short from 45. We should have already been in it from 54. Sorry, not 45, but from 54. All right, we're getting into it. All right, so let's we're going to live trade right now. We're actually going to let's see. Yep, we're going to use half of what we got in this account right now, and we are going to we're going short. Boom. All right, we're going to set a stop loss, and we're doing this live so you guys can see it. So you can, I don't want you to do what I'm doing, though. Don't mimic what I'm doing. Don't ever copy what I'm doing. I want you to make your own decisions, and I want you to not just be like, okay, Dano did this, so I'm going to do it. No, I want you to have a reason besides that you just saw me do something. And that's what I'm learning from everything is like, I'm not going to do anything because someone is like, oh, no, I'm going to gather my own data, get enough verification by multiple sources, trust myself, then go into it. Don't ever just do something because some influencer said so. I'll be the first one to tell you that. I don't know. It's weird saying that I'm a crypto influencer. I'm just a guy on the internet that has a channel, and I'm talking about crypto. Does that make me an influencer? I guess so. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna set a stop loss. We're gonna set a stop loss at a 10. We'll do it at 10%. So it's nothing crazy. We're going to set it at 10%. We know that that's pretty like it's right up in there. That means if this thing starts to really fluctuate, we'll be able to get out. We got to stop right there. This is actually a pretty good risk to reward ratio if you think about it from where we're sitting at right now in terms of terms of a short position. Let's see what our risk to reward ratio is for our stop loss. It's not too bad. Let's see here. It's actually it looks terrible. That's funny. That's hilarious. Okay. All right, we're live trading right now, guys. You should, and I'll tell you what, you should never put a trade in at night and then go to bed. That's usually a no-no. You don't put in a trade and then go to bed. I have done this before. It's usually a no-no. You never just put in a trade and go to bed. But sometimes you can actually put in a trade, go to bed, and you set your take profits. You set a take profit 1, you set a take profit 2, and you set a stop loss, and you could be making money while you sleep. Literally be making money while you sleep. And so if we're smart and we wanted to say, okay, we'll do a take profit at the recent lows here of where we just went, because the markets like to do that. They like to fake you to the upside. They go, oh, that was the recovery. Nope, it's going down again. And so this was my call. I said, it's probably going to do a fake recovery to then fake people to go long, get wrecked. They sell it, and then it goes down into that $51,000 level, which was going to hit regardless. And then that's when the buying ensues. Now, at the same time, a bearish move could be if we break down from 51 and we don't bounce off of that previous support, then it will turn into resistance. And then the next level that we'd hit is what Army Piper was mentioning, which is that $43,000 level of Bitcoin, which would tie in to a traditional 35 to 40% decrease from a high of the uptrend going into the bull market. Like I said again, it takes a year for the max prices. The most action happens in the last 3 to 4 months. The last 3 months of the bull market is the craziest. The last 3 months is always the craziest. So this is what you kind of have to watch out for, you know? And this is why we've actually, if you guys have been watching this channel for the past couple days now, maybe couple weeks, we have discovered, because by watching these markets and doing our research and just looking at these markets and analyzing them in a certain way, you can use Litecoin as a metric of when to take profits on the altcoins and your portfolio as a whole. You start to get in these ranges, you're in the bear market. These are the ranges of quote, the bear market. And then once you start getting into the bull market, the true bull market, This is it. You notice that the biggest moves to the upside came 4 months at the end of this bull run. Same thing here. Biggest action happened in the last 3 months of the bull run. Right here, guess what? The last 3 months in January to February and March of 2025, quarter one, is going to be some of the key points of where you want to take profits. And we have it marked here. It's an easy chart. You can do this yourself. You can go and go to Litecoin, pull it up on the weekly chart, look at the oscillating wave, and see it for yourself. Even better, put it on the monthly. Put it on the monthly, and it just simplifies it a little bit. Bop, bop, bop. Take profit. Take profit. Buy. Take DCA in, DCA out. It could be as simple as that. Yeah, and then Will said it becomes very hard to sleep at this point. Yeah, no, yeah. If you put in a trade and then you go to bed, you're like you're laying in bed at night and all of a sudden you're like, what the fuck? What the fuck? You're like, did I just get liquidated? Sorry, guys. I feel like hyped. I don't know why I feel so hyped. I don't know what happened. I started streaming and I got super hyped. I don't know what's going on, but I just got lit. I just started getting lit. Oh my gosh, guys. All right, well, look at that. The short is in profit. 3%. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, guys. Army Piper might be right. We might be right. It wasn't enough. This wasn't enough. I said it. I was like, look, there might be a little fake out rally here. And we get pushed to the downside. They love doing that. They love going, oh, there's your support. Oh, you got, you want to go long? Oh, you want to go long now. Now you want to go long. Okay, short. And then they sell. Where's Big Daddy Super Balls Rothschild when you need him? Are you in the chat? Are you grifting right now? Is Big Daddy Super Balls Rothschild here right now? I hope so, because he understands. He knows that concept very well. Every time the market just wants to just chew you up and spit you out. But we're not going to let that happen this time. We, us, you, me, we're not going to let that happen. Because we're going to front run those assholes. Sorry, excuse my language, but we're going to catch their waves. How about that? Let's do it. Let's do it, guys. All right, so since we were kind of thinking that the whales were going to do that, we're playing it out right now. We'll see what happens. But we are still, at least we're happy that we were able to at least make some moves today, regardless of the bearish price action. And that's all that mattered, is that if you can figure out how to make money whether the market is going down or up, then you will be successful. And it doesn't matter if you've had losing trades, winning trades. At a point, you will have a breakthrough. Okay? I'm realizing this with myself. Like, I realized that I was just a DCA and holder for a couple of years. Then just recently, as I've started to pick up into my channel, I was like, I'm going to test out day trading. I'm going to test out swing trading. I'm going to test out trading and see how it goes. Add it as an arsenal in my crypto journey and see what happens. See where it goes. And so it takes, and this has only been for me, actually actively trading and learning, to be completely transparent and honest. Because if you guys have followed this channel long enough, you know that we weren't like leverage trading. We weren't trading. We weren't going into the markets like this as aggressive. So it's just a learning experience. And honestly, the more that you start to like figure out like where you've made those mistakes, where you've had like did proper risk management, where you were, the wins that you did, the losses are actually almost as important as the wins. The losses in your trades and the trades that you've lost are more important than the ones that you've won. You want to know why? Because it teaches you what not to do. It teaches you what not to do. It teaches you how your strategy is playing out. Is it effective? Is it not? Are you willing to pivot? Are you willing to make adjustments in that strategy so then you know it can be stress tested? Once it's stress tested, is it successful? It is? Okay, cool. Keep freaking doing it. The moment that I went off my strategy that was stress tested, I got wrecked. And then the moment that I started to, and then I almost didn't get back in the market. I was like, oh, I got so discouraged. But at the same time, I said, no, this is a perfect opportunity to keep learning and going and keep on it. If you were to listen to someone like Jason Casper, for instance, Jason Casper, OG in the space, even someone like Jason Casper, which I'm sure you guys know who Jason Casper is. If you don't, go follow his channel. Go support his channel. He's awesome. Super awesome guy. Very generous. Man of God. Has a family. Chickens. Doing the thing. Homesteading. But the most important thing is that he's transparent in the fact that, like, yo, he wasn't the perfect trader. He didn't have all these strategies perfectly planned out. He didn't have everything all dialed in all the time and everything was perfect. No, the dude lost like $20,000 at one point and felt like his life was over, and he was on the ground crying to his wife. He tells the story in a video and says, like, look, at a point I had to reevaluate. Okay. And now he's at a point where he's giving away $1,000 of USDT to random people whenever the hell he wants. You can't give up. You can't give up. You can't give up just because you had a loss or two. Like that is so just ridiculous that you could have that type of mentality when it comes to this, because you can't let that stuff make you quit. Because if Jason Casper would at that moment said, you know what, I'm quitting. I'm done. I'm quitting. I'm a failure. I'm a loser. I'm going to go back to my old job. And this is, and he said, and that didn't happen. Now that he didn't quit, he's building one of the best trading communities, teaching people. He's got other people that are on his side of support, helping him with his business, helping him with continuing the growth, and making amazing trades. He's probably not still to this day, probably not making 100% of the trades always profitable. He probably has some losses here and there, but sure enough, sticking with it long enough will show a progression and a forward motion in your journey. So this is what I'm trying to apply for myself, because, man, realistically, I've only been actively trading these markets like this, day trading and scalping, just 6 months. A little longer than 6 months. Maybe like between 6 and 8 months, if I can remember the time frame of when we were actually, like, instead of just DCAing into the markets and speculating, and just DCAing in, DCAing out, spot buying. All right. Will said, it's crazy that you said that, man, because I can really relate to that situation right now. Okay. Bam, right there. Like, I know I'm not speaking crazy. I know I'm not crazy. I know you guys, if you're on this journey too with me, you are having all these same feelings. And I am here to remind you that you are not alone. You are not alone. You are not alone. Oh, guys. Man. We're gonna keep on the stream a little bit longer. We're gonna stream just a tad bit longer. I think we want to pull together the narrative here of what's happening across the world. Is that we have, we got the XRP CEO, co-founder, supporting Harris, the Harris campaign. Super bearish news for XRP. I bet that any person who was maybe a center-right leaning person who was an XRP fan was probably like, I'm done with XRP. They were probably like, I'm done. They were like, nope. It's like, it just makes XRP's track record really bad. It's already kind of bad. It's kind of considered like basically like an institution coin. It's like an institution coin. It's not even, I wouldn't even consider it a crypto at this point. It's like, is it really a crypto, or is it just a mechanism for banks to make big transactions using the XRP ledger? But does that benefit the us? Probably not. I doubt it. I don't know. That's why it's like, would you rather buy Bitcoin or XRP? Like, please answer that in the chat. Would you rather buy Bitcoin and hold that for 10 years, or would you rather hold XRP and hold that for 10 years? I'm going to pick Bitcoin. There were people that bought XRP at certain points thinking that it was going to outperform Bitcoin, and it didn't. Only at certain points it did. But then so far, Bitcoin has been the primary trajectory parabola going to the upside, regardless of its own volatility. But I don't know. I would much rather hold Bitcoin. I'd rather hold Solana than XRP. And then trending, U.S. stock markets plummet $1.7 trillion. And then Bitcoin is entering extreme fear territory. Interesting, Palantir joins the S&P 500. Palantir Technologies was added to the S&P. Dell and Palantir to join the S&P 500. So not just Palantir, but Dell as well. And if you did not know, Dell is actually helping Elon Musk in his AI operations, in all of his warehouses that have like the mega racks and the racks of computing, racks of all the different the server rooms and everything that it takes to operate an AI facility. Dell is actually helping Tesla and Elon do this. Super bullish. And then Dell, I can't remember his name, but the CEO, the CEO of Dell, the creator of Dell, owner of Dell, is super bullish on Bitcoin and actually holds a lot of Bitcoin too, catching up with Michael Saylor. So very interesting, very interesting. So that's bullish. That's really bullish. Let's see. Anything else? Oh, this is great. Russell Brand ends his live tour stop with a prayer. And I absolutely love that Russell Brand has become so evangelistic about his spirituality and his journey that he's in right now with Jesus and God. He's really learning, I think, a lot about himself. And it's interesting when you start to dive in and really go towards that energy, you really, really start to find out a lot about yourself and who you are and what you care about, and what you value, and also how you start to ultimately live your life in a better way because you have a guide stone. You have something to look forward to, and you have something to work on. Yourself, being a better person, being good to others, and what else of a thing that could help you to better your life is to start to get in deep and start to pray, start to learn about energy, start to learn about the dopest spiritual teacher in the world, which was Jesus. You know, if you didn't believe he was a real man, or if he was a real person, or did the things that he did, even if it wasn't real, his story itself is fantastic. Even the story itself should inspire you. But that's either nor here or there. But yeah, let's watch this clip.
I call on the name of the Lord Jesus Christ, our heavenly Savior. I pray in your name that the forthcoming election be an opportunity for unity for America and for Americans, for forgiveness and for grace. That the dark and demonic forces that appear to operate at the level of the state, the deep state, and the corporate and global world experience your light, Lord, that we are guided, that you guide all of our tongues and all of our words and all of our hearts, that we feel your forgiveness and that we feel your grace. Thank you, Lord, for the many gifts that you have bestowed upon us. Thank you for the glory of consciousness itself in which we can experience you and live you. Thank you for the beauty of nature in which we see your wisdom and your creativity and your infinite glory. Thank you, Lord, for the many leaders, and thank you, Lord, that you were born and died that we may be forgiven and that we may have eternal life, not through merit or anything that we have individually achieved, for surely all of us are fallen, but in your holy name we are forgiven by your act of redemption, by your sacrifice. In your name we pray. Amen. Amen.
Amen. Let's go. I don't know if that just got you even more fired up. I hope it did. I hope it did. Man. And of course, someone like Keith Olbermann has to say some sly, stupid comment. People sometimes they it's funny that when stuff like this happens, they think it's like a joke, or they think it's like facetious or something like that. But it's like, no, maybe just like, Russell Brand had an epiphany. Maybe he had an epiphany. Maybe something lit up inside of him. I can see it. I don't know if you guys can see it, but Russell Brand looks like a new man. He doesn't even look the same. It's really interesting. It's very interesting. Oh, guys, do we have anything else to cover? I'm surprised that we've kept as many people in here as we have this whole night. We've been yapping our freaking trap for forever. We've been yapping our trap for how long now? We started at 8:30. It's 10 o'clock. What is even going on? All right, so we have 17 people watching right now, and the fact that we only have 8 likes is a problem. That's a problem. I think we're gonna need to get those up. Yeah, there we go. All right, we got 9. If there's 17 people in here right now, that means every single one of you need to be absolutely obliterating the like button, especially after that wonderful, wonderful prayer from Russell Brand. And yeah, maybe we'll do a little prayer to end this thing. Let's see how our short is doing. Maybe we'll see how our short is doing before we leave. Yeah, by the way, guys, you don't... It's funny. People think you have to be religious to pray. You don't have to be religious to pray. you don't even have to believe that prayer even necessarily works. That's what's so funny about prayer, is that once you really actually start to just like do it, doesn't matter if you believe in it or not, your words will be heard. All right, John Jacob said, waffles. Come in the Telegram and smash it like you found out she forgot your fries at McDonald's. Yeah, no, it really is facts. Like I always encourage that. I always love saying that because it is so true. It's like you like the energy isn't going to discriminate against you. Like God isn't going to discriminate against you when you finally start to talk to someone beside yourself. When you finally start to talk to someone besides your voice in your head, that it doesn't discriminate. Isn't that great? Isn't that fascinating? It doesn't discriminate. It doesn't care if you fully believe in it or not. It's an inevitability that your words will be heard. Oh, speaking of waffles, let's look at waffles and let's see how the... Oh my God, Ozzy, what's going on? Late to class, but smash the like button regardless. Awesome. Irregardless. If anyone ever says irregardless, destroy them. If anyone ever says irregardless, watch out for that person. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so Will Grill said, I wasn't really religious before, but it changed this year. That's amazing. That's amazing. It's like the more so than ever, we need something of a blueprint and a guide and a hope. The grace, we need faith. Like that, all of this is being destroyed, by the way, guys. If you don't realize like the attack on religion and God and just the energies and the powers that be, I don't think you realize how much of a battle is happening right now. It's not like it's not a joke. It's not like a battle of good and evil. Oh, that's funny. Let me go back to my life. No, like you don't realize how much you singly are a part of that battle of good and evil. Someone could make you feel condescending or facetious or whatever it may be, or think that, you're in a battle of good and evil. Oh, good and evil, right? It's a battle going on. It's not even just a battle of religion. It's not a battle of money. It's not a battle of like, because think about it. The powers that be, they have all the money. They don't need money. They don't even need money. You think they buy stuff with money? They just get it. If you realize that the powers that be and the people that have wealth in like the mega top, they don't spend cash. They have assets. They have property. And so what do you think is the next thing to acquire? What do you think is the next thing to acquire for power? It's you. It's your soul. It's your actual own humanness to make your own decisions, to thrive with your community and your family and the people that you love and the people in this world. This is what the battle is at. This is what the battle is. It is a battle for your actual humanness. It is a battle for your humanness, your ability to make decisions yourself, your ability to discern, your ability to. I could just keep going, but I'll stop. All right, Ozzy said, I've been on the Nero on ETH Rocket. Nice. You doing well? Did you put in a trade? Did you DCA? What did you do with Nero? Because I have avoided Nero. I've avoided any other new dog coin because I think they're all probably going to go to zero. I don't know why, but I just have this feeling. I'm like, I don't want to buy another dog coin. The only one that I think actually really still stands the test of time and will be here after all of the other dog coins have gone to zero, guess which one it's going to be? It's going to be Dogecoin. And people think that Dogecoin is just like a relic, and it's just like, oh, it's just there to just be a relic and that's it. No, if you really go into the cryptic nature of what's happening with Elon, X payments, the X app, the 20-year manifesto plan that Elon has had basically for 20 years that he's been wanting to do this. Come on, guys. And you want to speculate in all these new dog coins when you can just literally buy one that just it's established. That's it. But yeah, I want to know, Ozzy. I want to know, Ozzy, did you DCA? Are you leveraged in it? I want to know. But let's look at Nero. Let's see if Nero is something that we need to that we need to pay attention to. Should we pay attention to Nero? Look. What is this? Version 2.3.3. I mean, which one? I mean, which one are we looking at here? Let's see. Holders 21,000. There's no way. I'm sorry, but that's fake. That is fake. I'm sorry, but from July 24 to now, and you got coins like PayPay. $40,000 holders, and this was from June, okay? And you're telling me that Nero has 21,000 holders from July? Nope. Don't believe it. I won't believe it. It's fake. It's absolutely fake. I want real actual holder count. I don't want some fake crap. All right, we'll see how our short plays out. It might I hope it doesn't just get hit right up into this 53 yeah, cuz that'd be a quick stop loss. We might actually put the stop, I don't know, should we put the stop loss a little higher? But I don't know, man. I just feel like what Army Piper was saying, it's probably in the cards, and also what I was saying is probably a little bit more in the cards than anything else, is we go to 51,000. On what? Bollinger Band, yes, put the stop loss higher in my opinion. Yeah. Yeah, let's see. Oh no! It might actually start. I'm saying, dude, this fake rally up. I don't think the Asian markets right now are liking the overall sentiment of the market. I don't think they're going to go bullish right now. I don't think they're going to. I don't think it's gonna. It ain't crossing this 10 SMA close. What we really are wanting to watch here is maybe we need to look at the 20. I mean, it broke. If it doesn't, this is the thing. We could say, okay, if it doesn't cross this 20 SMA at 54.5 in the short term, then we can see a swing down, like we were saying. And all right, so let's see. Now, if you're looking at the 1 hour on the Bollinger Band on Bitcoin, maybe let's see the 4 hour. If you look at the 4 hour, go on the Bitstamp chart, look at the 4 hour, draw a trend line all the way from the bottom of what the bottom was here in. You got to go to the daily and then just like draw from here all through right from here, and you'll see kind of where it lines up. Like I said, this was the key bounce area right here at 49. So I think any range that we're going to end up getting into is going to be around here. It's going to be all in this thing. All right, Miles Savini is saying, what's the lowest you see Bitcoin going if it continues to drop? If you already answered, sorry, I just got in the chat. No worries. Oh, no worries. We love that people are actually in the chat right now, in the live stream, asking questions. This is the perfect time because I know you guys are probably thinking like, what the heck is going on? Well, I think the lowest we can go here, I think in the short term, Miles, is we go to 51K. 51K would be hitting the trend line. And so if we bounce off that 51K in the trend line, then I think we're okay. But we have to crush the 20 SMA and get back up to the 200-day moving average for that to work. Now, if we break down from 51, then I think the lowest we could go in the short term is between 49,000 and 53,000. That's why we have both of these ranges marked. These are key levels of where Bitcoin could go to shake people out like heavily for then the market to get reset and recover to the upside. Because then at that point, you got a lot more money in the markets. You got the federal rate cuts. You got all this bullish momentum that could go up. And then you got cheaper debt, you got cheaper borrowing. All of that ensues into a rally. But we have to get through the month of September. October, traditionally, if you were to look at the metrics, you'd go to CoinGlass. You go to coinglass.com. And if you look at the Bitcoin monthly returns, where's the monthly returns? Where is it? There we go. Weekly, monthly returns. Where are they? Hey guys, can you help me? I'm blind. Where's monthly returns? Okay, here it is. Bitcoin returns. Jesus. Okay. All right. Now, if you look at this, September, historically, besides 2023, was bearish. In 2016, only like in our like kind of immediate recent years here, in the past at least, 7-8 years, that we have basically had a bear September. Now, historically, in October, we've had the pumpiest months in October. Now, why is that? Is it the inevitable lead up into the election that happens in November? And then, quote, going into the most parabolic moves in the markets, which is the October, November, December. If we look at 2023, we had October 28%, November 8%, and the December 12%. So it was just consistent green across the board. 2022 and 2021 was a little different, but we still had a bullish October. 2020 was really interesting because we had a bullish October, November, and December going in like mega 42%, 46%. And this was off of the COVID crash, I think, because then we had it crash, and then massive money was printed, stimulus checks, all the things, inflation, mini recession, and then basically went up after that. And then you think going into the next year, January, February, March, it continued. Because if you look here, 2020, 27%, 42%, 46%, 2021, 14% January, 2021, 36% February, March, 29%. Oh, did it get stopped? Oh, it did get stopped. So yeah, that was a real tight stop loss there. We probably could have made that a little more aggressive and put it up a little bit more, but it's all good. We might honestly not put any more trades in for the night and just kind of see where the price is towards the morning when we wake up, and then we can kind of make a decision there. But the fact that we're opening up, yeah, we'll have to see. Yeah, we'll have to see how this does. We'll have to see how this does. But like I said, guys, this is kind of a pivotal moment for Bitcoin. I know people always say that. They're always like, every moment is a pivotal moment for Bitcoin. But this really, I feel like it is, because of where we're sitting at right now currently in the markets. It being that September bearish month. We got the rate cuts. We got the election coming up. We're only not even halfway through of the movements out of the Bitcoin halving. That's what makes me still feel so bullish, and to not worry so much, and to not think, oh, I missed the chance, or oh, blah, blah, blah. Like, we don't need that type of energy. We want to be cool, calm, and collected and know that we are right on schedule. We're right on schedule. All right. Tell you what, though, guys, man, we really messed up on not reversing this short at the moment we saw this wick. Yeah, and also, Miles, good point. ETH has yet to make a new all-time high as well. So, exactly. So once ETH makes a new all-time high, it is game on, especially for the alts. The alts are going to explode once Ethereum breaks all-time highs. The speculative meme coins that you're in are going to probably pump. Even maybe the garbage will pump at that point. But then you have to be smart and take profits, because it doesn't go up forever. I think the only thing that was proved that it just goes up forever is Bitcoin. With price fluctuations, of course, but traditionally, it's been on a trajectory to go to the upside. I still think though, guys, even though we could get a little push, I think it's a fake out. I think the market is going to love to try and get you to be like, yeah, keep holding that long. Go long right here. This is what they'd love for you to do. Go long right here. Yeah. Go long right here. Because you think it's going to go bust right back up into this level of like 55 or 50 or 56. But then if you look at the daily, it ain't looking like that. Especially because there's not a lot of volume. Oh, man. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. I love that everyone was asking questions and giving me your thoughts, your opinions. I really, really do appreciate it. It kept the stream fun, kept it entertaining, engaged. I think we covered a array of topics. We tried our best to not be too ADD, ADHD, but hey, maybe that's the reason why you watch this channel. I thought about that. I was like, you know what? If I just am myself and nothing else, then I have nothing to worry about. I'm not here to make you think that I am something different than who I am. So if you guys are watching and you enjoy this channel, I do appreciate you. You are legit. You are OGs. You're legends. You are front running the entire world right now being interested in crypto. Just so you know that you are front running the entire world by being interested in crypto right now. Say that with me. You are front running the entire world for being interested in crypto right now. You are front running the entire world by being interested in crypto right now. I hope you said it with me because it'll get you even more bullish and it'll make you feel smart. It'll make you feel like a genius. So when then all your friends start calling you, I mean like, Jimmy, you were talking about Bitcoin 3 years ago. How did you know? How did you know? Well, you tell them, this is what you tell them. I watched Dano Crypto. You say, I watched Dano Crypto's channel, and now I'm a billionaire. But all right, all jokes aside, guys, thank you. I really do appreciate you. Did we get the stream to 20 likes? Oh, my God, guys. Weak sauce. Maybe we've just been running our mouth too much. Oh, man. Maybe we just ran our mouth a little too much. All right, but Will Grill said this was an amazing live stream. Thank you. I appreciate it. We felt good. I think this was... this is, I think, what we are meant to do. Funny enough, I think we're meant to make a crypto channel and live stream and yap our freaking trap. It might serve us one. It might serve us one day. It might serve us one day. All right. Well, you guys are absolutely awesome. You're so cool. Thank you so much for giving this channel support and just hanging out with me. We're just shooting the shit together. And I do want to give you guys a little sneak peek of what actually might be happening. This is what might be happening here soon is that, and we reposted it because we didn't think it was real. We thought we were getting trolled or something like that, but it's actually indeed real. I don't know if you guys know who David Goggstein is, but David Goggstein with Goggstein Media and his ex following, he's been doing these crypto breakdowns and talking about the markets for a while now. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with him, but he's got a huge following on X. and he gets a lot of really premier guests to go on his show, and kind of across the board talks about pretty much everything. And check this out. I saw Ragsy on his show. We're getting Ragsy on our show. Ragsy's going to be coming on our show. She told us it's happening, so we're believing her. And so I said, wow, you're going to go to David Gokhshtein's show first and not my channel. And I asked her in person at the Bitcoin conference, and she was like, sure, yeah. And so I was just making a joke, to be honest. And then David Gokhshtein said, let's get you on my show. I was like, bro, let's do it. Let's freaking do it. So hopefully that was real and that wasn't like some fake account or something like that. But we're super stoked. If this is happening, it's happening. And we're going to let you guys know. And hopefully we don't embarrass ourselves on on his show. But I don't know. I don't think I can embarrass myself any more than I already have on this channel. So, but yeah, guys, I think this is happening. I think this is happening. So I don't know how you feel about that, but woo. All right, guys. Peace. I'll see you later. It's Friday, so we don't stream on Saturdays or Sundays, but we do release content. We will have some videos coming for you guys, and we are going to be kind of picking up some side work and stuff like that, get a little extra cash in the weekend. We got a festival happening in my town, and so it's a festival that I've kind of always been involved with. I've usually always played as a musician during these festivals, but now I'm just coming in, I'm helping with some stage work, some stagehand stuff, and just helping a friend out. And so yeah, during those times, I'm not sure how much I will be able to make some content, but I will do my best to stay updated with you guys and give you some of what is happening in the crypto markets. And but we will be back live streaming like our normal schedule, Monday through Friday, 11:30 Eastern Standard Time at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we hope to see you on those live streams. And without further ado, God bless every single one of you and your families. I hope you go into this weekend feeling strong, cool, calm, and collected, and without fear. And you go and challenge all this stuff and battle all of these forces that are against you with the love and the compassion and the strength and the will to triumph in these times. I want you guys to triumph, okay? I don't want you to win. I don't want you to win. I want you to triumph. I don't want you to win. I want you to triumph. God bless you. Peace.